offensive challenges that Kentucky poses for your defense?
Well, offensively, they do a great job, score a lot of points. Running back's really good, really fast, has breakaway ability. Receiver really does a great job. They get him the ball in a number of ways. So really we have to make sure that we don't allow those guys to get big plays on us. I mean, I think that's going to be a key to the game.
How do you kind of prepare for Randall Cobb? Is he going to line up anywhere?
That's hard. That's one thing we're working on this week, and just putting him in all the different positions he's in, and making sure we account for him. And the same thing with Locke. We want to make sure we account for those guys because they are the bulk of their offense.
Who's the guy Randall Cobb?
We have Solomon Patton's been doing it for us, and he does a great job because he's got really good speed, and he's doing a good job as a receiver for us and doing all the other things that he does.
Do you guys have different packages, I guess, for when he's lined up at running back, quarterback, receiver?
Do you want to just send the game plan to him?
I'm just wondering if there's different ways that you guys are planning on containing.
Yeah, we're going to do our best. How's that? We're going to play hard and do our best to try to keep those guys contained.
Do you anticipate they would use him more in the Wildcat type role, looking at what other teams have done with the success Daniels had running?
Yeah, I mean, that's always a possibility because we obviously didn't do a great job in that game of containing Daniels, and that would be a way for him to get the ball and get in that type of package. So, yeah, we've got to prepare for those things, and we've got to be ready for those things, and I'm sure we'll do a much better job than we did last time.
Teryl, I know you don't want to give away the secrets and everything like that, but can you give like just a very cursory, like beginner's lesson on the 5-2 front that you use, and like why it works, what it does?
Well, I think the biggest thing is we got our big bodies on the field. It allows those gaps up front, they don't get as wide. We don't have to angle as much. You don't have to move as much. You can have your big guys just play gaps. And that's really the big thing with the 5-2. And then your linebackers are free to play.
And the downside to it is, just generally speaking, why didn't everyone do it every week?
Well, I think it obviously depends on what kind of opponent you're playing. If you have a perimeter team opponent, a smaller opponent, a spread opponent, you probably wouldn't use it. But if you have a team that has big offensive line and a good blocking tight end and a fullback, then you probably think about using it.
Kentucky personnel-wise up front, are they more like Tennessee in their running approach, or are they more like a USF in terms of the way they come at you? Are they more power, or are they more to the outside?
They do a little bit. They do a little bit of each. You know, they'll gap scheme you, and they'll also zone block you. I think the thing that makes them difficult is the speed of their back, because they can run both schemes and they can get outside and get on the perimeter on you in a hurry, and that's tough. So we have to prepare for a couple of different things this week.
Derek Locke is speed back as opposed to Poole, a power back that you had success against last week. But is there still some momentum from the run defense success of last Saturday?
I would hope so. I mean, I know to say we're going to hold opponents to however many yards we did last week would be tough, but we expect to have a great run defense around here, and it doesn't matter who we play. We want to get out and we want to shut down people in the running game. That's something that's always been done here in Florida, and it's going to continue to be done. So we're always going to put emphasis on the run game, and will we have days like last Saturday? Yes, and we expect to have some more of those.